The 8 most expensive celebrity weddings ever will be discussed in this video. Before you watch this video, be sure to like it and follow our channel Best for Brides for future updates. A-list weddings are fairy tales come to life, from marriages made in Hollywood to pomp and political nuptials. Last year, when lockdowns and quarantines prevented large-scale weddings, celebrities like Ariana Grande and Lena Dunham looked for unconventional methods to tie the knot. Even though many people seem to be having modest, private weddings this year, lavish weddings make for a fascinating tale. With brides like Hailey Bieber and Sophie Turner blurring the borders between cool and traditional, society is moving toward modern wedding celebrations. Here are some examples of the most costly weddings of epic proportions in the past, from expensive jewelry to chartered planes, lengthy trains to magnificent cakes. Number 8. Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra. The ideal wedding weekend has been thrown numerous times by Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas. Hindu pre-wedding rites were performed as part of the spectacular wedding, which included 2 extravagant ceremonies, a Christian one at which Chopra donned a custom Ralph Lauren gown with a 75-foot train, and a Hindu ceremony at Jodhpur's Umaid Bhawan Palace. Numerous celebrities, including the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Elizabeth Chambers Hammer, and others, were on Chopra and Jonas' guest list. An energetic haldi ceremony served as the start of the power couple's wedding celebrations. TV host Lily Singh and the bride's cousin Parineeti Chopra were among the well-known faces witnessed applying turmeric paste to the groom. For the afternoon event, Priyanka Chopra wore a white anarkali by Abu Yani Sundeep Khosla that had red piping. She completed her look with an elaborate maung tikka, matching earrings, and a striking necklace by Galicha Jewels. During the ceremonies, she donned a pink bandini dupatta. In a modest kurta set, Nick Jonas complimented her appearance. Number 7. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. 2014 saw rapper Kanye West wed reality star Kim Kardashian in a lavish but private ceremony that included a rehearsal supper at the Palace of Versailles, a wedding at a Florentine fort in Italy, and matching Da Vinci outfits. A private plane was reportedly chartered for their A-list guests to travel from Paris to Florence as part of the $12 million wedding budget. Kim and Kanye conducted a rehearsal dinner for about 600 guests the night before their wedding in the Hall of Mirrors of the Palace of Versailles. The extravagant wedding weekend festivities reportedly cost the pair an astounding £6 million. Here is a summary of some of the expenses that contributed to this staggering sum. Number 6. Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Hip-hop and pop royalty Beyoncé and Jay-Z recently made previously unreleased pictures from their 2008 wedding public. Around 40 of their closest friends and family members allegedly attended the wedding, which was held in J. 500's square-foot Tribeca apartment and decked with 70,000 dendrobium orchids flown in from Thailand. Beyoncé chose for a garment created and made by her mother Tina Knowles Lawson rather than a designer wedding gown. They kept matters localized. The wedding took place in Jay-Z's 13,500 square foot home in New York City's Tribeca district. They obtained their marriage licenses in Scarsdale, New York, before the big event. It was a very small gathering. Only 40 people, including family and close friends, were invited to the wedding. Number 5. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston exchanged vows in a private ceremony on the shore of Malibu on July 29, 2000. Pitt waited in a 4-button Hedi Slimane tuxedo while carrying a set of diamond and white gold wedding bands that he helped create. Aniston was accompanied down the aisle by her father, Days of Our Lives actor John Aniston, in a silk and satin gown by Lawrence Steele. There are still very few to no pictures from Pitt and Aniston's wedding that have been made public. On the edge of a Californian cliff in Malibu, Brad and Jen exchanged vows. The 5-acre property hosted the spectacular celebration. A 40-member gospel choir, 4 bands, 50,000 flowers, and pyrotechnics were present, according to People. Tents were set up, lamps were strung, and tulips, roses, and wisteria were placed on the tables. According to Jen's request, candles made of brown sugar imported from Thailand were used to light the reception tent. Evidently, she enjoys candlelight. Hedy Slimane's 4-button black tuxedo was worn by Brad, and Lawrence Steele's glass-beaded, silk and satin gown with a low back was worn by Jen. She accessorized the gown with a circular veil suspended from a crown made of Swarovski crystals and pearls, a pair of 4-inch ivory suede Manolo Blahnik heels, and other accessories. After Flower Girl's scattered petals and burst bubbles, she entered carrying a loose bouquet of Dutch Vendella roses. The wedding party was absent. Both celebrities chose to exchange their vows at the altar by themselves rather than with a maid of honor and best man. Number 4. Liza Minnelli and David Gest. Liza Minnelli quickly wed David Gest at the Marble Collegiate Church in Manhattan wearing a stunning Bob Mackie gown, in typical New York style. Donald Trump, who was present, remarked of Minnelli and Gest's famous kiss, "I have been to many weddings, and I have never seen a kiss like that before." Michael Jackson, Elizabeth Taylor, and 850 other guests attended the lavish celebration at the Regent Wall Street Hotel. Tony Bennett and Roberta Flack both gave performances. Number 3. Celine Dion and René Angélil. According to reports, Celine Dion pledged that her nuptials to René Angélil will be her largest spectacle yet. On December 17, 1994 in Montreal, 26-year-old Dion wed Angélil, her longtime partner and manager. Dion wore a 7-pound tiara adorned with 2,000 Austrian crystals as she walked down the aisle. During the reception, there was an enormous French profiterole cake, and guests were dusted with fake snow as they entered the reception hall. Number 2. Lady Diana Spencer and Prince Charles. Princess Diana and Prince Charles's rumored $48 million wedding captured the attention of the entire globe. Princess Diana entered St. Paul's Cathedral in London wearing a massive 40-yard-long silk taffeta and crinoline train as she entered to marry Prince Charles, the heir to the British monarchy. Around 2,500 individuals attended the royal wedding, 2 million people celebrated on London streets, and 750 million people watched it live on television. A typical Church of England wedding service was held during the ceremony. The ceremony was overseen by St. Paul's Dean Alan Webster, and the marriage was officiated by Canterbury Archbishop Robert Runcie. Numerous representatives of other royal houses, Republican heads of state, and relatives of the bride's and groom's families were among the notable attendees. The newlyweds made their customary appearance on the Buckingham Palace balcony following the ceremony. To commemorate the wedding, that day was declared a national holiday in the United Kingdom. Numerous ceremonial elements were present at the ceremony, such as the usage of the state vehicles and the participation of the foot guards and household cavalry. Many people referred to their union as a fairy tale wedding and the wedding of the century. An estimated 750 million people watched it on television worldwide. To celebrate the wedding, celebrations were conducted all around the Commonwealth. To commemorate the event, numerous street celebrations were held around the United Kingdom. After 15 years of marriage, the pair divorced in 1996 after separating in 1992. Number 1. Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier III of Monaco. Grace Kelly, a 26-year-old Oscar-winning actress who had relationships with men like Clark Gable and William Holden, married her Prince Charming, quite literally. On April 19, 1956, Kelly wed the 32-year-old Prince Rainier III of Monaco in a ceremony dubbed the Wedding of the Century. While attending the Cannes Film Festival, Kelly met the young prince during a visit to his pink home from the 13th century. 600 people attended their wedding, including Cary Grant, Aristotle Onassis, Ava Gardner, and many others. Kelly traveled to Monaco on the SS Constitution with 65 family members and friends 2 weeks before her wedding. She was welcomed there by 20,000 locals. 1,500 media attended the celebrations. Following the extensive media coverage of their engagement, companies including Max Factor and Willys Demande made fraudulent claims that they would make the bride's unique pearl-trimmed stockings and makeup used on her wedding day. Kelly's agents disputed both of these claims. Crowds of reporters and admirers became so enthused in the week before the wedding that the government dispatched French riot police. What are your thoughts on this video? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Additionally, subscribe to the Best for Bride YouTube channel for more videos.